Yes, people. How's everyone doing? Look, I apologise for the absence. I've just completed 106 word dossier, player recruitment dossier for Leeds United, for my assignment, not for Leeds United, based on Leeds United, just to clarify, obviously, for my assignment at university. So, yeah, apologies for the absence. Tough times out here. You gotta do what you gotta do, But, yeah. This one's just gonna be more of a chat, more of a an update on kind of the team, my thoughts on the team, what's going on. Just a real quick old school kind of update. Not much, really, no graphics really. Just a chat about certain personnel, certain situations, certain players. There's a lot of chat about it, and we'll get straight in with the two strikers that everyone's talking about: Mateo Joseph, the young man, and the veteran Patrick Bamford. Now, I've made maybe 3 videos on Mateo, talking about Mateo or with a topic based on Mateo. And I've done that because I highly rate him. I don't make videos on people in terms of singling out individuals that I don't rate. I highly rate Mateo. I think he's unbelievable. Or he's going to be unbelievable. I think he has the potential to be unbelievable. And the kind of trajectory he's on currently with, I guess, kind of his mentality and adapting, the winner's mentality you have as a kid and growing up into first team men's football at a high level. It's kind of the boundary that a lot of young guys, and girls on the female side, fail to kind of reach. That going from junior to elite. What I like about Mateo is showing aspects, or not even aspects, huge portions of how that isn't affecting him yet. Look, you have so much less fear at that age. If you can just get over that original nerve barrier of playing first team football, you can get over that. You'll go somewhere. It's when it ramps up, and suddenly then it's not a luxury that you're playing, but then there's a pressure that you have to score, and that's the pressure that Patrick Bamford had, or any striker at Leeds United has. Mateo doesn't have that pressure yet. He's got the freedom to come on and perform well and run at people and win duels and do some nice tricks and skills and have some decent shots. And look, maybe score some goals. But he's not got the pressure of that because he's at an age and at a part in his development where he isn't the main striker. He's still in that development stage. He's a luxury, if you like, to have a player like that. And it's hard to kind of define what would happen to him if he suddenly becomes that main figure, because you don't know. There could be a period where he goes 6-7 games without a goal, and suddenly then everyone's saying, well, we should bring Patrick back. He might not be performing well. That initial burst that we see from Mateo with all this energy and this enthusiasm to play might go down as he gets into the nitty-gritty, dirty side of football, of the Championship. And that's something that Daniel Farker is obviously reviewing and nurturing with Mateo Joseph. And then look, sorry, I've got an itchy nose. And you look at Archie Gray as a young man, and again, he's another one where he is at that level. Right? He's ridiculous. He's at that level, and he's past that mentality stage to this point. Obviously, as the pressure ramps up, or as you, if you did get promoted and you go to the Premier League, and suddenly it's not about winning the league, but it's about staying in the league. That's when it's different. That's when in here it's different. It can destroy a person. So there's a lot of aspects to weigh up with Mateo. And on Patrick's side, in terms of overall performance, look, as you guys know, as guys that have watched since the start, I genuinely don't. I don't have a bias for a player, and I try to find the best side of each player, because that's in my away from YouTube work. That's what I do. That's what it is. Developing players, understanding players, how to get the best out of players. Patrick Bamford, I've seen people say some ridiculous things with, for me personally, no substance. I think it's just pure what they want to see from Patrick. What I see from Patrick is a player who now looks better than he did in the Premier League last year and the year before that, in terms of his movement and how he looks. His body looks healthier, he feels healthier. It looks better watching him. He's quick, he's sharp. The movements he makes, the instinctive movements he makes, are quick and decisive. And that's why he allows the team to be more deep, or provide more depth to the team with more security. And I've done a video recently on his movement, how that affects Jorginho Rutter, and how that allowed Jorginho Rutter to come into the game the other week, and how Jorginho Rutter then involved in every goal we scored because of the movement of Patrick Bamford. And finishing, I don't know his exact stats, but I believe he got something like 7 goals in 9 starts this season. Pretty good. You look at his stats from when he started playing, as in started the game, not came on as a sub. Those are ridiculously good. And everyone before, his issue with Patrick Bamford, what I saw from years and years, is he's not scoring. Yeah, he might do all this good stuff, but he's not scoring. But now the narrative switched. Now he is scoring. Suddenly people saying he's not doing the other stuff. I don't know. I think it's wild to me. Yeah, I'm not seeing that evidence that any of these stuff that people are saying are true for me, from my observation of the game. So it is what it is. Now the comparison of each other. Who should start is the question. Who should start in the game that we are meant to be talking about against Sheffield Wednesday? There's a time and a place, and like I said about the development of Mateo Joseph, you have to be careful. You don't want to put him in a situation where he is the main man and that is the pressure to be the main man. That's a different pressure to the pressure he has. Coming on against Chelsea in an FA Cup game, it's not a league game. It's a free hit. You win this game, you go through the next round, you don't, you're out, we move into the league, it's fine. And he came in there and he took his chance. He was unbelievable. I was so happy. I almost got emotional watching him score those goals. It's lovely to see. And his future is so bright. His future is bright. And in order to have a bright future, you have to pick and choose the moments when you play these players where you think as a coach it's best to play them. I get the whole metric of strike with the fire's hot, iron fire's hot, whatever that is. Keep playing him. But it's not necessarily the key to development, that, because that isn't always a guaranteed good thing for the player and their development. Just play them. That player that's not played, hardly played at this level, you have to be careful with it. So that's the understanding from Daniel Farke, is that careful side of it, of understanding the right situation to play Mateo Joseph. But then there's this other side of it where, yeah, he's playing really well and he looks great in these games. He does. But then I can't take past the issue for me in that Huddersfield game. The biggest issue, I've not spoke about it, was experience. We lacked experience. And when I mean experience, I mean the type of players we had under Marcelo Bielsa in this league, where in those scraps we knew what to do. We knew how at times to step up to them and give it back, and we knew when to leave it. And we knew how to react to those type of games to get results. This side is young. It's naive. It lacks experience. So for me, I wouldn't have brought him on in that game. I don't see any way he improves that game. The other day he came on and did well. He's gone up and he's improving. Sheffield Wednesday, again, it's a game state. Looking at the game state, what's the game state saying? Is it an ultra physical game where we really can't break down the team and it's just becoming a horrible scrap in there? You don't want to bring him on. Is it a game where it is open and there's space to run like the other day against Stoke? Bring him on. And I think you have to start with that experience in Patrick Bamford, then understand the game state and the situation you're in. Is it the right time to bring this guy on? Because if you can bring Mateo Joseph on in that Huddersfield game, I guarantee you he does nothing. Because it's a horrible state of affairs in that game. It's horrible. He does nothing up against them defenders because they were just not even trying to attempt to play football. But they came on against Stoke and affected it. Sheffield Wednesday, for me, you start with Patrick Bamford, who is performing fine. And then in the game state, maybe the 65th, getting 25 minutes. 25 minutes is a lot of football. You make an impact in that, and he will continue to make an impact in that. And you don't want to lose that impact. That's another key thing. In a game state where it's stretched and it's you're looking for that little bit of energy and dynamism that he brings and that instinctiveness, bring him on. I'd rather him come on in a game with that willingness and that drive to impress than a Patrick Bamford. Patrick Bamford is better when he starts. It's about using both players in the right way. And that's all about game state for me. What situation are you winning the game? So yeah, I would start Patrick. The only annoying thing is that annoys me about this conversation is pitting them against each other. We want Mateo in because I think Patrick Bamford's this. But whatever you say, since Patrick Bamford started in this team, he's been good for me. He's got the goal output that everyone cried about. He's got that, and now suddenly he's got nothing else, apparently. Where I disagree. I think he has got other things to his games. And then people tell me about, well, when we go up to the Premier League, he's not the one. Look, that's a conversation for when that happens, not for now. Mateo Joseph's development is not slowing down. Whether he starts against Sheffield Wednesday or gets 30, 25 minutes against Sheffield Wednesday, it's all development. He's training with the team every day. He's learning under the manager. He's learning what it takes to reach that next level. Because there were games earlier on in the season where Mateo Joseph came on in those scrappy games, them horrible games. He didn't really impact it. He won 1 or 2 duels. That was about it. He'd give away a few fouls. This is what you've got to take into account. It's a right game to play a young player. And he's a striker. He's not a right back like Archie Gray or a centre mid, but playing right back. Yeah. As a right back, you're up against a winger that's probably quick and direct. As a striker, the game state in front of you is completely different. What does it look like? Who the centre backs? What formation they're playing? How tight? How much space do you have? So that's my outcome of it. It's fine. Let him play when he plays. We're in such a good situation. And it's so crazy. This is one of the best seasons we've ever had in our history in terms of points. Ever. That's one of the best, obviously. That's crazy. And we're still pitting players against each other. We're still questioning the manager in certain instances. Obviously, you question the tactics. That's not an opinion. That's not what you see on the pitch. We're questioning selection and stuff like that. Look, people, relax. It's fine. We've had 2 not great performances where we've dropped 2 points. Still won against Stoke. It's fine. We're in that part of the season where, players look tired. They are tired. They're completely done. I saw it soon saying, well, Ipswich look like they're not tired. Ipswich don't turn up the first 60 minutes of games. That's the problem. Their output isn't good in the 60 minutes. We're trying killing a game off before 60 minutes. And I can look at other games this season where we've turned up in the last 20 minutes having looked dead in the middle of the game. Again, that's adrenaline, that's momentum, that's what happens. If we'd have been 1-0 down against Stoke and then we'd have got a goal back in the 75th minute, that last 15 minutes would have gone crazy. You get a goal, we're in this, suddenly your adrenaline goes up and then you've got all that energy. But yeah, so that's not rubbish saying our players are tired and theirs are not. They're absolutely tired. They all are. Everyone in this league's tired. It's a horrible league. So many games. Good for us to watch, I guess, but terrible. But yeah. Look, everyone needs to relax. Trust the manager. There's so lack of a trust in this manager, which I found mental considering this is literally one of the best seasons we've ever had in terms of points and games won. It's ridiculous. And still people don't trust the manager, it seems. Look, I don't mind the argument. It's definitely an argument there, and I like that. And I honestly wouldn't begrudge anyone that says this guy should start or this guy should start. Because you could argue for both. You could. Of course you can. Both good players. And Mateo's doing good right now. And he'll continue to do good if he gets 20 minutes or starts. As long as the game's right for him. It has to be, because you don't have that experience. And we lacked that against Huddersfield. You need these experienced players. It's vital. And look, you can't put a metric on experience. So it's hard to really explain how important that is. But it's absolutely vital. And we are naive at times, so we like that. And you're naive because you're a young man, not because of personality. Mateo Joseph is naive. He's a young guy. He's not learned. He's not been through the dark times yet. Nonto's a young man. Somerville's a young man. Rutter's a young man. Archie Gray's a young man. He's naive. He's had naive moments this season. They all have. Fine, people. It's fine. Both excellent players. They're both our players. They're both doing well when they're asked to. Support them, man. Honestly. Right, I'm out. Let me know what you guys think. Jesus. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'll see you guys probably after the game. Probably on the Saturday I'll do a video. Ugh. Tough times, people. Yeah, peace.